This is Business Taxation, subject of 5th semester BBA of Mangalore University. In Unit 1, we have 12 sessions, and let us study the second session. The second session under the depreciation, set-off and carry forward of losses and clubbing of income is block of assets. The learning objectives are to revise the concept of depreciation and understand the concept of block of assets. The session outcome is to comprehend the meaning and methods of block of assets. You need to have the knowledge of tangible and intangible assets. Methods of depreciation. We need to study about the block of assets, depreciation on actual cost basis, depreciation on written down value basis. What is block of assets? It is the group of assets falling within a class of asset which comprises of tangible assets and intangible assets, in respect of which the same percentage of depreciation is prescribed. Actual cost of an asset means the actual cost of the asset reduced by that portion of the cost as has been met directly or indirectly by any other person or authority. For example, if asset is purchased for rupees 1 lakh and the government gives subsidy of rupees 20,000, then the actual cost is rupees 80,000. Depreciation on actual cost. This is the straight line method. From the assessment year 1998-99, depreciation will be allowed on actual cost basis only for the assets of an industrial undertaking engaged in generation and or distribution of power. And the straight line method, depreciation is calculated as asset cost minus residual value divided by the life of the asset. In certain specified circumstances, the actual cost has a special meaning. That is, instead of actual cost, notional cost is deemed to be the actual cost. Assets earlier used for scientific research. An asset might be used in scientific research and it is no longer used in that research. If that asset is used in the related business, the actual cost of the asset will be the actual cost as reduced by the deduction already allowed on this asset in connection with scientific research. Asset acquired by way of gift or inheritance. If the asset is acquired by gift or inheritance, the actual cost of asset to the assessee shall be actual cost of the previous owner as reduced by the amount of depreciation which has been allowed. Market value of asset will not be considered for determining the actual cost. Transfer of asset to reduce tax liability. If an old asset is purchased and the assessing officer finds that main purpose of transfer is to reduce the tax liability, he may decide the actual cost of the asset. Asset reacquired. If an asset is transferred by the assessee to another person in an earlier year and subsequently reacquired by him, the actual cost would be the actual cost when he acquired the asset as reduced by the amount of depreciation allowed to him and reduced again by the amount of depreciation to the subsequent years, or the actual price for which the asset is reacquired by him, whichever is lower. Again, when an asset is sold and reacquired by way of lease or hire, the actual cost will be the written down value in the hands of the seller at the time of transfer. Asset transferred by a holding company to its subsidiary. If any capital asset is transferred by a holding company to its 100% subsidiary company or by 100% subsidiary company to its holding company, and the transferee company is an Indian company, then the actual cost of the transferred capital asset to the transferee company shall be taken to be the written down value of the transferor company. Amalgamation. If an asset is transferred by the amalgamating company to the amalgamated company and the amalgamated company is an Indian company, then the actual cost of capital asset shall be taken as the written down value of the amalgamating company. In case of duty paid, if claim of credit has been made and allowed under the central excise rules, that much amount of duty paid should be reduced from actual cost. In case of subsidy received from the government to acquire the asset, then so much of cost of subsidy shall not be included in the actual cost of the asset. Next is asset owned by non-resident and brought into India. If an asset owned by non-resident and brought into India and used in the business or profession, the actual cost shall be actual cost to the SSE as reduced by deemed depreciation. Let us see what is depreciation on written down value method. WDV means written down value method, and this is the normal method of charging depreciation. In this case, the asset acquired in the relevant previous year, the actual cost to the SSE. And in the case of assets acquired before the previous year, the actual cost to the SSE minus depreciation actually allowed to him. The amount of unabsorbed depreciation is carried forward, which is treated as depreciation actually allowed. The calculation of written down value is done accordingly. Depreciation is calculated on the block of assets. Now, block of assets, when we say, it can be buildings or plant and machinery or computers, books, furniture. Aggregate the written down value of all the assets which forms or comes under a particular block of assets during the or in the beginning of the previous year. Add the actual cost of any asset acquired during the previous year that may belong to a particular block of asset. Deduct the amount receivable by the SSE along with the scrap value in respect of any asset from that block which is sold or discarded or destroyed during the previous year, and the resultant amount shall be written down value for calculating depreciation. So depreciation is computed considering the written down value of block as on the last day of previous year. That is, you add the additions during the year and deduct the assets which are sold during the year. So you get the written down value of the block of asset and apply the rate of depreciation that is given. So the percentage divided by 100. Some important points. Depreciation is allowed on foreign motor car purchased after 31st March 2001. 50% of normal depreciation is charged on asset acquired and used during the previous year for less than 180 days. For example, if the depreciation is 20% and if the asset is used for less than 180 days, then it will be 50% of the rate, that is 10% of for the less than 180 days, and more than 180 days it is 20%. So half of normal depreciation is charged for the asset which is used for less than 180 days. Depreciation is allowed on any capital expenditure incurred by the SSE in respect of such building regarding construction, renovation or extension of the building if it is on lease or rent. Let us see the recap of this session. Depreciation is allowed on assets used in the previous year in business or profession. So previous year, when we say, for us it is 1st April 2019 to 31st March 2020, and our assessment year is 1st April 2020 to 31st March 2021. Assets are divided into block of assets like buildings, furniture, plant and machinery, computers, books, etc. Depreciation is calculated on the written down value of a block of asset at the prescribed rate of depreciation. 50% of normal depreciation is allowed on an asset which is acquired and used during the previous year for less than 180 days. These are the references.